Hi guys, Dragon Envoy here and welcome back to another video. Long time no see. If you're wondering who is this on my feed, it's me, Dragon Envoy. I do mostly sketching shorts at this point. I post them here and on YouTube, here and on TikTok. So if you're interested in my work, you're welcome to follow me on TikTok as well. I would appreciate that. So yeah, I just wanted to try something new before the end of the year. And hopefully, maybe I was thinking about doing it again, making another one like this. So let me know if you enjoy it. I would really appreciate it if you would let me know. I forgot to introduce. This is Kiwi, Kiwi the Marshy. I really love them. Just having them hold my mic for me. Um, quite attached to Kiwi. So they make me feel quite happy, safe, loved, all those things. Um, anyways, so I got around to watching Avatar: Fire and Ash. Um, and I actually watched the first Avatar and then The Way of Water and then Fire and Ash all in the same week. Not the same day because oh my god, so much to watch in one day. But in the same week, I got to watch all three movies. I did watch Avatar in theaters when it came out, the first one, many years ago. And I finally got around to watching The Way of Water and, Fire and Ash. And I really enjoyed the movies. They were great. And so I wanted to draw a character from Avatar and maybe yap about the movie. I think that would be fun. I wanted to try this out. Yeah, so I'm just gonna draw Kiri and we're gonna talk about the movie. I wouldn't say there's anything you can learn from me. I mean, you can observe how I do my work, but I mostly just draw for myself. Um, it is quite fun. Really enjoy it. So yeah, hope you enjoy this video and enjoy just sitting here drawing with me, yapping with me. So get cozy, grab a cup of coffee, grab something, work on your craft, put me in the background. Whatever you're doing, whatever noise you need while you're working on something or anything like that. Um, yeah, get ready, get comfy, and we'll get right into the video. So, a quick little note before I start this video. So unfortunately, the very end footage of me coloring basically got corrupted. It was two screen captures of maybe like 20 minutes each, so like about 40 minutes worth of footage somehow got corrupted. And so unfortunately I don't have much of me coloring this piece, so I'm very sorry. But I tried my best, and so I just put everything in real time, basically. So yeah, sorry about that. Just wanted to let you know. Disclaimer here, yes, I will be talking about all three Avatar movies, so major spoiler warning. If you don't want to hear me yap, you're welcome to turn the volume down and just watch me draw. If that's what you prefer, that is totally fine with me. But hope you enjoy it. So my inspiration for my drawing here of Kitty was her lots of all of her scenes of her being underwater and like swimming with the fishes and like controlling them and all of those things. So I thought it was very beautiful, like especially towards the end of Way of Water when she I don't know what she controlled, those little glowing things that found Neytiri and Took. And then she went and got them. Like that whole scene really inspired this drawing. So that's what I'm gonna go based off of. All right, here we go. So if you didn't catch that, I'm gonna be drawing Kiri from Avatar. I really, really like her. She's very cool, cute. I love her whole like aesthetic. I love her whole character. I know people online have strong opinions about Sigourney Weaver playing her because, she's like 70 years old, she's a grandma or whatever. I don't mind. I actually quite enjoy her voice. I think it suits her really, really well. Maybe it's just because I'm like used to like anime characters looking like they're 15 and then their voice is like deep and just like, so like I don't mind it. I don't really care, how I think her voice is great. Like literally, I think it's great. So after watching the first Avatar movie, right? I feel like the first movie in of itself is like a complete story. And I'm sure they did that because they weren't sure if they would even ever be allowed. James Cameron was probably not even sure if he would ever even be allowed to do a second movie. Um, So I think that whole thing wraps it up really nicely. And then I do quite enjoy, I know some people don't enjoy this, but I do enjoy that the second movie and the third movie are a continuation of one another. And I do like following their kids. Normally, I don't like when stories, like end and then we follow the kids. Like, because normally I don't really care for the kids. But in this instance, I did not mind following them, even if they made me really anxious with, like them going into the forest by themselves and they're like, oh my God, dad's gonna get mad. Like, yes, he is. And then they get caught and they get into trouble, like I don't mind that. Um, and so I don't mind that. I don't mind them like going off and doing their own thing. Normally, it's really, really annoying. Like in Boruto, I can't even finish watching Boruto. It's so annoying. I hate it. So I am kind of like comparing it to that in a way, because I love Naruto. I love the entirety of the first Naruto series. I've rewatched Naruto, and yes, he gets himself into trouble, but he always tries to help himself. In Avatar, his kids, all they've known somewhat is peace, right? Because I mean, I'm sure the RDA has been there and doing a bunch of stuff, but like they just came back, right? Like they're just coming back. Courts just came back, like they weren't specifically being targeted. I know that they go out and do raids and destroy, but like the kids, I don't think they ever came into. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there's like details that I'm not completely aware of, but in essence, they kind of like aren't used to being targeted in that way, especially, because they have humans living with them, Spider, like everybody, like at Norm, like they're all living in harmony. I know that the RDA still comes and does crazy stuff and whatever, but it's mostly Jake and Neytiri and everybody else, all the adults who kind of like take care of that. So I'm sure they're like not used to the fact that there are these people coming after them. So they didn't know. But even then, I think they held themselves really well. I think this is just my opinion, right? Because I know I've been reading lots of opinions from other people. I think they're all really well written. Took is obviously a itty bitty child, so of course she's gonna be scared and she doesn't want to get into trouble, but she also doesn't want to be left behind. She wants to be included all the time. Um, and then Spider, I do feel bad for him. I can't imagine like you live with these people. They're like so much taller than you. They're like so much cooler, stronger than you. And then, he just doesn't fit in. And yeah, I Spider's storyline really got me. Especially because I felt like Jake and Neytiri, I've never seen that. Like, I didn't see them. I didn't observe them in a way of like calling him their son or anything. Like, it didn't feel very family-esque. Granted, I did not know that Neytiri hated Spider until obviously Fire and Ash, because we really even didn't get to see that in The Way of Water. I didn't see any instance of Neytiri saying that she hated Spider. Obviously, I did find it a little weird that they weren't like super duper concerned. I mean, I understand because they were trying to protect themselves, take care of themselves, and that's why Jake was like, "Oh my God, Spider literally knows everything. They're gonna torture him. They have high advanced technology. Of course, they're gonna come after me. They're gonna come after us. So we have to get away." So I understand that completely, but in the third movie, I completely understand Spider. You know, he doesn't really have that father figure. He does in Jake, but he just kind of feels like he's there. Like in Spanish, I would say he's kind of like derrimado, you know, like he's like intruding. That's the best way I could translate it. But yeah, to me it feels like nomás está arrimado, like he's just intruding in their family. They don't really see him that way. At least Jake and Yutiri don't really see him that way. And so, you know, when when Jake finally decided that, oh, you know what? Because of what Kiri did, they're gonna come after Spider, and then the Sky People, the humans, are gonna colonize Pandora and live here, and they're gonna replicate what Kiri did to Spider. And honestly, I would be afraid for Kiri. I'd be like, we need to protect her because what if they trap her? What if they force her to perform these rituals to give all the other humans the ability to breathe Pandora's air? I wouldn't be so much scared for Spider. I'd be scared for Kiri. What if they like realize they can't duplicate whatever happened in Spider's body, and so they take Kiri and they force her, they torture her, they brainwash her or something, and then force her to give all the rich, wealthy humans, powerful, wealthy humans, the ability to live on Pandora, or to breathe Pandora's air, to live on Pandora. That's what I would be scared of. But yeah, when Jake decided that, you know what, I think I'm gonna kill Spider, all of that, and the Spider asking him if he still loved him, and he called him dad, and ooh, that really reopened the wound for me. That really did, you know, that like sense of like wanting your parents to be proud of you and never getting it is you know, it's quite, it's heart-wrenching. I understand. I completely understand. We all want to be validated in some way or another. And obviously Quaritch isn't doing that, you know, because like he's still Quaritch, but at the same time, you know, like Jake said, he's like, you're your own person now. You're not human Quaritch. You're just a copy of him. You don't have to be this way. So I understand, you know, Spider kind of like saving him at the end of the Way of Water. Initially I'm like, why would he do that? But like I get it, you know, that's his dad. That is his blood, even if you would just say that's his sperm donor, but like he died, so like he couldn't be there. They couldn't make a relationship, they couldn't form a bond. And I'm sure, you know, especially because Courage was like using that, he was obviously using that, being like, yeah, I can tell that this boy doesn't have anyone in his life aside from Jake that will give him the love and attention that he wants and needs. So I'll just take advantage of him being vulnerable, being young, vulnerable, not having anyone. They didn't even come after him. So yeah, I completely understand. I hope we can like in some way, shape, or form touch on it. I think Spider deserves the closure, especially since not only Natiri tried to kill him at the end of Way of Water, Jake tried to kill him in Fire and Ash. Like, I think he deserves some bit of closure. And if the kids were to find out, obviously, Kiri saw it, but like if the kids were to find out that, oh my God, your father tried literally to kill me, he wanted to kill me, I don't think they would ever forgive him. I really don't think they would ever forgive him. I'm wondering if metal poisons them, because the rule is that Awa says not to use like metals, right? Because it poisons the heart. Because Netiem getting shot and Ronald also getting shot with like a metal thing near the same area, right? Well, I know Netiem got, basically it went through his whole body, like it went from the back to the front or from the front to the back. I wonder if the metal poisons the Navi. Do you guys think that's what happened? You guys think the metal poisons the Navi? Um, I didn't like the choice of Ronal passing away. I didn't like the choice of her dying while defending the Tulkun and all that. I wish she did not pass away because I would actually love to see Neytiri have a girlfriend. Like, she's been through so much. I feel like everyone's been through so much, but I feel like she's been through so much, and I would like to see her have a best friend. Um, I think she really needs that. I really do think she needs that. Um, Jake has become integrated as a Navi, but I see. I, Jake is interesting because he obviously left behind his humanity in terms of like he no longer associates himself as a human. I mean, he still does kind of, because especially in Fire and Ash, he like asked Nasiri, like, I am one of those. I'm like, okay, well, you gave up your body to be a Navi. You gave up your human body to be a Navi. Did he give up the human body solely because he was paralyzed? Because he was a paraplegic? Or did he do it because he wanted to? I'm wondering if he wasn't a paraplegic, if his legs weren't paralyzed, if he wasn't paralyzed from the waist down, I'm wondering if he would have made that choice to become a Navi or continue his life like Norm, going in and out of the Navi body. That's very interesting. But yeah, so I think Jake casted away his humanness, right? But yet he still kind of like follows like him, the fact that he is still like he still identifies as a human, so he still follows that. He's still horrible at communicating. Horrible at communicating. um Still he like raises his kids, both of his boys, like if they were Marines, or he's a soldier and he raises them as a soldier. And I find that all very interesting. I understand it's because of the RDA and all of that stuff, but I find that very interesting. I don't know. I wonder if Took will be taught to hunt and all of those things. She's young. I think they would have started by now teaching her to hunt, or are they just kind of treating her? Is Jake treating her as a, oh, she's a girl, I can't teach her that? But Neytiri, she's a very skilled warrior. So I'm wondering if they'll ever teach Took to be a warrior. I hope in Avatar 4 that we could see more of that. I'm curious. I'm actually quite curious about Kiri as well. I don't think I saw her try to fight except for trying to communicate with Awa. I wonder if she's also not being taught to hunt or anything, because she is like in waiting to become a Sahik, but shouldn't she also be a strong Sahik and learn how to fight and all those things? I never once saw it. I don't think I saw it while they got captured, or any of the other instances of fighting. Like, they were just kind of, the girls were just kind of damselly. Well, obviously, Kiri saved them, but that's because she connects to the world and stuff. So yeah, I would like to see more of the girls do things. I know Took is quite young, so hopefully in the fourth movie we'll get to see it. But Kiri is much older than that. But I guess maybe they're just gonna stick to her being basically like the child of Awa, and she can just, it doesn't matter because an animal can come and save her and all of those things. And yeah, I love Loak's story with the Tokun with Payakan. I love him being with Payakan. I'm wondering if Loak will decide to live with the Mitkaina, and not follow his parents. Like, I also wonder if they're going to stay with the Mitkaina because Neteyam's body was given to their tree of souls. Um, he was returned back to the earth, and in a way, I would feel like, oh well, he's here. It'd feel weird. I think Neytiri would feel weird to leave him there, even though I'm sure she can communicate with him anywhere. I don't know. I just find that quite interesting. Um, the beginning of Fire and Ash, I just, I was a little disappointed in Jake. But I understand, that maybe that's just how he is. I feel like he seemed more of a communicative kind of person in the first movie, and then now he just kind of, I don't know, he just did not talk to Neytiri at all. Like, he didn't hug her, he didn't try and, like, I understand he also lost Natayam. That was also his first child, but I think it would have been good if he, comforted Neytiri because that's their first child. Um, but yeah, I just, I loved like the veil that Neytiri was wearing during their mourning period. I thought it was really pretty. Of course, I'm so sad for her. So I was looking up stuff about, the mourning period and all that. I don't have the books, but I've been just reading on TikTok. So it says it's usually white or black. It's mostly black paint. But they used white paint down the center of their body. But Neytiri had black basically on top of her eyes. And I don't know, I found it so sad because she was quite so sad, and I definitely saw it as like she's crying and the black paint is showing her sorrow. Like, it was really sad and also, really pretty at the same time. Um, I have heard her song chord or her song about Matea, but she doesn't talk about Took. She doesn't talk about Locke. So I'm curious why she only sings about Neteyam and Kiri. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's because they're like one right after the other. So, like, the bit is of Neteyam and then a little bit of Kiri. But yeah, I would like to hear the rest of her song of her kids. Yeah. Also, okay, she's such a badass. Okay, her going in there to save her man by herself. Ooh, I love it. I love it. That is something. I know I was talking earlier about like I didn't see Took or Kiri or Kiri like fight or anything. Um, but I love that Neytiri is a badass. She's a savage. She literally like she goes in there, she locks in. Like, that is so cool. Like, she's so literally so cool. Um yeah, she's so cool. Like, she's so smart, she's so cool. Like, I remember just watching that whole entire scene in the movie theater, and I kept squeezing my partner's hand. And I'm like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Not saying it, but like I was just like shaking her hand, squeezing it and shaking it, like just being so damn excited. I hope the scientist didn't die. The guy who used that big bulldozer to set Jake free. I hope he's okay. Hopefully. Um yeah. Um so I really want to see also um I want to see Varang and Neytiri have a real showdown. I feel like each time there was something going on, Neytiri was distracted. Neytiri got hit in the back at the very end. She was literally trying to protect Ronald's baby that she had with her. But I really want to see them go toe to toe. Like, actually, like, I need them to fight it out. I really need them to fight it out. I would love to see that. When I first saw Varang cut people's kudos off, oh my god, I was like horrified. My mouth was agape. Like I was literally horrified. I was like, it hurt me. I was in pain. I was physically in pain seeing that happen. I could not believe it. I was like, what the fuck is that? Like, what? That was insane. And then the whole montage of like Quaritch bringing her and her tribe guns, and then her like it was like a crazy girl, you know, it was just like a crazy, insane, like she's insane, she's crazy montage of like her burning stuff, like you know, like that, and then her grabbing his hand and them going into her hut, into her tent, and then just like yeah, we all know he's about to get some local tail as he's called it. But yeah, I think Rang's cool. She's bald. Just I just wanted to let you guys know she's bald. She she's got that little red triangle on her forehead, and then from her head, and she has no hair right in the middle. She's bald. That's all I wanted to say about that. That's just really all I wanted to say. I remember seeing it and I'm like, oh my god, she's bald. Huh. Interesting. The fact that she's bald. My partner and I have been watching thirst traps of Jake Sully. Please keep making them. If you're making thirst traps of Jake Sully, please continue to make them. I love watching them just for fun. We both love watching them. Like my partner and I absolutely love watching them. We crack up because we're like, hell yeah, get that 10-foot blue man. But yeah, I don't think I have much else to say about the movie. Um, it's just a great movie. I can't wait to watch Avatar 4. Hopefully, we'll get it in 2029. That's what James Cameron said. I really hope we will. I'm really curious. I okay, so this is gonna be my prediction for how I think the movies are gonna end. And then earlier when I was talking about Kiri, that also made me have like a thought about it. What if she gets kidnapped and she gets basically forced to make humans, turn humans, give them the ability to breathe and stuff? Um, I don't want to see her become a prisoner or anything like that. I really do not want that for her. Um, so my prediction is that if the humans come back, Awa is going to consume everything made out of metal. The humans will no longer have metal, iron, weapons, or anything like that. And they'll have to die, or um, the evil, corrupted billionaires will die. And then we'll have regular, normal, peaceful humans that just want to live on Pandora with Navi. thanks to Kiri, with the help of Kiri. Or my other thought is Kiri gets kidnapped. They take her to Earth or something like that. She ends up at Earth in some way, shape, or form. And with her powers, she awakens the Awa of Earth. She connects with the Earth, and then the Earth is reborn. And again, all the evil billionaires die. In the perfect world, all the evil billionaires die, and humans go back to like being in nature and like just living normally, living peacefully, where money isn't what drives the world. That would be my prediction for the end of Avatar. Also, Jake, in some way, shape, or form, is probably gonna die. That I would really not. I don't want that to happen, but that's gonna be my prediction. That he's gonna die in one way or another. He's gonna die. He's gonna pass away. I don't want Neytiri to die. I love Neytiri. I think she's amazing. I think she's having lots of character growth, and I would love to see more of that. I would love to see her and Spider interact more. I will love to see Spider call her mom, and I want to see her, see him as like her child in a way. I think that would be great. I think they both need that closure. I want her to have a best girlfriend. Like I want her to have a friend. That girl really needs a friend. Neytiri really needs a friend, someone she can hang out with and chit chat. And I think Ronald was that, but unfortunately, she died too early for us. Um, Based on how Neytiri saw Prill at the end of the third movie, I feel like they're gonna have another baby. That's just my guess. She's looking at it. She was getting baby fever looking at Pearl. She was like, "Oh, so cute." But yeah, I was happy to see her smiling. I thought that was really nice. I think after all of that, it's sad because like for most of the time we don't really see Neytiri smile. We just see her as like this stone cold warrior. Um, so yeah. Anyways, yeah, I just want all of the Sullys. I want everybody to be happy. I want Pandora to be happy. I want all the evil humans in the movie, evil, greedy humans in the movie to pass on and not be with Awa. Just pass on, disappear from existence, and their damn money. Them, whatever. That's what I would love to see. So before I close out this video, I guess I'll just talk a little bit about my process here with this drawing. So it really helped me get out of my comfort zone, coloring different skin colors and stuff like that. So I did essentially start this drawing because I wanted to draw Kiri with her shawl, but I came to the realization that for this piece in particular, it would probably look better without her shawl. And maybe I can doodle her later with her shawl on. But yeah, I did struggle a little bit with painting on the stripes, which you'll see later. But yeah, I had to it was a lot of trial and error. That's usually what it is for me whenever I draw anything or try something new. Right? I always want to learn something new. I was trying to learn and try new things basically whenever I draw. I don't really like sticking to just what I know, just the normal things that I know. So drawing the stripes, the tiger stripes on the body was a bit difficult, but I ended up figuring it out, and I think it turned out great. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm just gonna let the rest of this video play with some music, which there isn't much footage left to watch anyways. But please let me know if you enjoyed this. Let me know if you would like to see another video like this. I had a lot of fun. One, I would say you guys should go and draw a Navi person or your OC. And I was thinking about making myself a Navi OC. And maybe I'll do that next time. But, anyways, have a great rest of your day. Happy holidays, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye bye.